Hey everybody, welcome to Average Guy Opinions. I'm your average guy, John Corelli. I just want to talk about my day today because once again I have not really been keeping up on events of the world, which is probably sad. But you know, a lot of us are in our own little worlds, and today was one of those days for me. Um, I just had a rough day at work, and I wanted to tell you all about it. First of all, I woke up late, and so I always end up not happy when I get to work late. I hate it because I don't like how I feel. I didn't get to take a shower. It's just like went in and just was already kind of pissed off. You know, I got there about 20 minutes late, which means I missed the buses. I don't get to greet the kids. I don't get to help my teammates, and so I was a little annoyed. But I caught up with my first kid, and he's new there, so he's okay. He wants to do his own thing a lot, but he's had a really rough life. He has his entire chest was burned when he was young. According to me, he has schizophrenia, which he might. I don't know. You know, he's a 18-year-old, maybe doing some self-diagnosis here. Maybe he's not, but it's hard to tell. You know, he's definitely special needs. He has scars all over his body from accidents that have befallen him. He told me that he was shaken as a baby today. I was like, geez, so it's hard because you want to push these kids so they can maybe have an independent life, but you also want to go easy on them because many of them have already had a rough life. And so I'm walking down the hall with this kid to his first class because he had breakfast, and and I was late, so it kind of worked out. You know, he had breakfast in the cafeteria. I was like, oh hey, can't say his real name. I just tried to say none of the names of these kids, for HIPAA reasons. But excuse me, I'm itchy. Shouldn't have snorted all that coke. Anyway, you think I'd have more energy at school if I had snorted a bunch of coke? Don't do coke, by the way. It's stupid. I've never done it. I've been around it twice, and people get weird, and I've mentioned that in a past video. So let's move on, shall we? So I'm walking this kid down the hall, and one more thing, that motorcycle just reminded me of the crickets are back. Crickets are a little louder than they were the last couple nights. I thought that cold snap kind of killed them, but no, they're still around, which is nice. So, and I saw Katie did on the wall of my home. So yeah, so those, you gotta find those little things that make you happy and grasp onto them like the treasures they are. Well, because sometimes you have days like I'm going to continue to tell you about. So we're walking to class. He has a limp too. He has a bad ankle. This kid doesn't have it easy. And all of a sudden we just hear, it sounds just like 10 people screaming in the hall. You know, it's a big high school. It's the smallest in the district. It's still like we can probably handle 3,000 kids. We usually have an enrollment of around 2,400, I believe. And there's just a fight going on. Now, we couldn't see it. I just saw people run back and forth across the hall, and I see a cop come out of the security office because we do have cops around. And apparently it was upstairs, and all these people were running towards the scene. And I'm about to go down that way, and I kind of hesitated. And this lady who I really love, my coworker, Miss Stephanie, she's 2 years younger than me, black woman, just one of my favorite people there. She actually worked with Dante when he went to school at Overland. She's still there. So she goes, now don't you go being a He-Man trying to break up any fights. And I said, no, I won't, trust me. I go, if I have to get in between somebody and Derek, oops, used his name, but that's not his real name. Anyway, if I have to get, between me and between a kid and this other kid, I will do that. But I was like, no, I'm not going to break up a fight. That's what security's for. She's like, okay, good. And I told her, and it reminded me of the kind of the theme of the day as to how much disrespect I saw today. Back when I was in high school, one of my best friends, older brother, Jimmy Turner, class of '84, Jefferson, was in a fight with a kid. And I don't know if Jimmy threw the teacher or this other kid threw the teacher, but they're two big guys. Jimmy was big. Jimmy is like probably in high school, even like 6'2", probably over 200 pounds, nothing but muscle. I mean, he was a lineman on the football team. He was a big kid, and he was in a fight. And Mr. Schneider came up to either Jimmy or this other kid, and went to just pull him off, and they just took this teacher, one of them, and just threw him into the lockers. The teacher ended up breaking his hip. So I'm like, I go, yeah, don't worry, I'm not going to break my hip. She kind of laughed, and so it sounded like an old man reference, but it was actually a real reference to an old thing. So get the kid down there. That pretty much, that the first period went off without incident. He's not trying very hard, but like I said, that's you're walking that fine line of wanting to push him but not wanting him to have a real episode, which he could. He may be prone to seizures. We don't know this kid that well. He's only been there a week. Nice kid. So I'm trying to go easy on him, ease him into our system. And so that was okay. And the class is they call it Plainsman because we're the Overland Trailblazers, but it's a freshman choir basically, and those kids so goofy. Oh my God, it's amazing they can sing anything, and a lot of the kids don't treat the class with much respect. And I get it. I was a freshman in choir once, and we used to be silly and stupid. There was a song where we had the young women had the freshman girls had to sing doobie 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 doobie, and the boys had to sing doobie doobie at the same time, and we thought it was hilarious to say smoke a doobie. That was that's how dumb freshmen are. That's how dumb 14 to 15-year-old boys are. So let's continue, shall we? Second period was fine. Not much went on in there. We're actually kind of having fun. We're working on a float for homecoming, and the special needs kids all get in on that, and the teachers really care about it a lot, and we're trying to do a good job, and so that's a lot of fun. That was nice. And I took the kids to lunch. So I think I've explained before, we have hour-and-a-half long periods. So after 2 periods, you're at lunch, and then you have third and fourth period afterwards. And there's a thing that's really bothering me now, and this is the disrespect that really upsets me, is kids just walking to the front of the line like there's not 100 kids waiting for their lunch ahead of them. And Logan tells me about it all the time. Kids doing it all the time. They actually have to have a cafeteria person out there sometimes to enforce this. I think it was our sports director or maybe one of our assistant principals out there for it's like, come on, man. Can we act like we have a society? So these 4 kids came up and they were going to weasel their way into line. I go, bye. I was rude about it too because I've heard about it a lot from Logan. At least twice a week, Logan tells me. Got cut in line again. I tried to be reasonable and they were just jerks, and I was like, yeah, I get it. And so some of that anger was in me when I approached these kids, and I probably should have been a little more reasonable. I go, hey, don't cut in line, go to the back. And they're like, well, they try to make something. I said, bye, just like that. I was kind of an asshole, but they did. I was just like, and I didn't represent myself as an adult very well, but I did represent the frustration, hopefully, that other students have with this BS of just people just thinking that the rules don't apply to them. That one drives me crazy. Let's go to third period. Third period, I'm in the same teacher's class, so we worked on the float some more. We did some painting. That was fun, and I love the teacher in that class. That teacher in that class also taught Dante for a while, and so that wasn't bad. It's funny. I thought this was going to be a rant about a really bad day, and it ends up it really wasn't. It was just like the beginning of the day was crazy, and the end of the day was a little frustrating. But I look at it, and that's maybe I just need to do this every day and just look at the whole day and understand it wasn't that bad. My fourth period was with my severe needs kid, which I'll have all day tomorrow, and he was fine. He did it. We did a little work. He takes a nap, and it's kind of like I say, it's frustrating with him. He's another kid that I'm working on. Do I push him or do I not push him? And I'm just trying to get him to grow a little bit before he's a junior. He's 17. He's nonverbal, and he's in diapers. And my goal is to have him say a few words on his own and be out of diapers by the end of the year. I think that's nearly an impossible goal, but if you set your goals high and you reach some lower goals, maybe you feel pretty good about yourself at the end of the year. And then outside is where I got frustrated because we have about 10 to 12 paraprofessionals. All of us are special needs paras, and we get our kids to the bus. So I take this kid to the bus always, and we're always first out. I always try to get him out a few minutes early because of the severe needs, and because I think I mentioned this in a past video that he's taken off on me a couple times. It's pretty fast too. If I chase him, I'm going to blow out a knee or a hammy, so I can't. So I have to kind of hold on to him, and so took care of him, got him on the bus, and this other kid, new kid. Who frankly a lot of the paras are spoiling and letting him do whatever he wants, and it really frustrates me. He wanted to get on the bus, but his aunt was there to pick him up. It was compounded by the fact that she only speaks Spanish, and for some reason our Spanish-speaking para was just not doing anything to help. And I was blocking him to get him to not get on the bus, and I'm watching like 8 people just watch me work. And then another kid came up, and I'm like, no one's going to handle this other kid? huge kid, and he's also a freshman. He's like, I'm looking for my bus. I go, your bus isn't here yet, I don't think. And I didn't have time to look through my stuff because we got like 30 kids getting on buses. We're still learning some of these kids and which buses they're on. And I just took down my mask and go, somebody know where this kid's bus is? And they're like, his grandmother's picking him up. I go, okay, can he get over by you guys? It's real. Nothing makes me angrier than, I call it construction site type of action. You know what I'm talking about? Where 7 guys are watching one guy work. Well, that's what was happening at the end of my day, and it was really annoying me. So, but I'm glad I did this video because I came to understand that actually my day wasn't that bad. Driving sucks. I hate it. I'm driving almost 2 hours a day total to and from work. But, you know, I can see a light at the end of the tunnel. If I want to quit this job when Logan graduates, which is in like a year and a half, I can deal with that. And so, and we'll see what the future holds. I do like this school a lot, though. It's crazy sometimes, but it's never boring, and I feel like my work is important. So I'm at 11 minutes, so thanks you guys. It was more of a rant than anything, but I just want to tell you a day in the life of a paraprofessional in Cherry Creek School District. All right, we'll talk to you guys next time. Hopefully I'll find something better to talk about. All right, much love. Talk to you later. Bye.